As a suicide squad speeds away in a truck with a massive bounty on their heads, Deadly Six reveals a disturbing discovery. While digging through Task Force X files to understand how deep Ted Kord's operation goes, he found something far worse. Harley Quinn and Deadshot were already free, officially pardoned after completing enough missions, meaning they were being kept and used anyway. As he shows them the proof, the realization hits hard, and he apologizes. "I'm sorry, they were keeping you as slaves." While tension rises inside the truck, the dog barks uncontrollably until Asita tries to calm it. But Thylacine immediately senses the danger, warning that the dog is right and they're surrounded. And when Asita asks who, the answer is simple: assassins. The truck stops as assassins close in from all sides, turning the open ground into a killing zone. And without hesitation, a rocket is fired straight at them. In that split second, Asita shouts for backup. "Zebra Man, force field!" And just before impact, a glowing barrier snaps into place around the vehicle, the explosion slamming against it while the squad is momentarily shielded from being completely wiped out. The impact still sends the truck flipping, but inside the chaos, Zebra Man holds his focus, stabilizing the situation as best he can and checking, "Is everyone okay?" While Finn, shaken but alive, admits he's feeling unexploded and oddly grateful they brought Zebra Man along. The situation looks grim. The truck is upside down and they can't get to the plane. Thylacine tries to assess numbers and Asita estimates roughly 10 attackers despite the confusion. But Chaos Kitten cuts through the tension, taking charge of the moment. She believes they can take on 10 assassins. She orders Zebra Man to drop the force field on her count while telling Deadly Six to back them up and to protect the dog. The team bracing themselves as she throws the doors open and commits them to the fight. Bursting out of the wrecked truck ready for a full-on fight, the squad instead freezes in confusion. The battlefield is already cleared. Assassins sprawled unconscious all around them with weapons dropped like the fight already happened without them. And Chaos Kitten can only react with a stunned, "Huh?" while everyone scans the scene trying to process it. Harley then says, "Hey, the assassins we were gonna beat got pre-beaten." Thylacine warns them to be ready. Harley, glancing around, admits, "It's not the first time I've stood on a dark Gotham street surrounded by mysterious unconscious people. I'm not gonna lie, it's never ended well." Standing right behind her, looming in the glow of the city lights, is Batman, his presence alone explaining why every assassin is already down. Noticing everyone suddenly staring past her, Harley frowns and asks what they're looking at, only for Thylacine to warn her it's behind her. She spins around instantly with both guns raised, ready to fire, but there's nothing there. And when she turns back, the others have vanished from her sight as well, leaving her alone. "Oh, come on! Stop Batmaning!" Harley finally spots the fight breaking out as Batman engages Thylacine and Chaos Kitten at once, moving with precision as he dodges a kick, absorbs a punch, and counters instantly by throwing Chaos Kitten aside before taking a knee strike from Thylacine and driving her back with force. Chaos Kitten tries to attack him from behind, but he catches her mid-move by the leg, only for Wink to suddenly teleport in, grab him, "Hi, big fan," turning the tide in a split second. Wink teleports Batman high into the sky, casually apologizing and hoping he doesn't go squish as she disappears back to the ground. But Batman reacts fast mid-fall, firing his grappling gun and catching onto a crane before swinging down and landing hard back into the fight. The moment he hits the ground, though, he's immediately shot by Deadshot, dropping him for a second as Wink, shocked, blurts out, "Do you kill Batman?" But Deadshot calmly assures her he won't be down for long. Deadshot takes control of the situation, ordering the squad to run for the plane while he holds Batman off, brushing aside Asita's confidence that they could take him by pointing out that plenty of people have thought the same. And all of them were wrong. He explains, "Asita, I hope you get revenge, and whatever else you're looking for, but I'm done." He's been pardoned and wants out, admitting he has somewhere else to be, which earns him unexpected respect from Asita. She calls him a good man, but Deadshot undercuts it himself. "I just fired a lot of bullets into a beloved hero, but sure, Chaos Kitten then pushes the dog into his arms, explaining it's mainly for self-defense since Batman would never hurt a dog and warning him to be careful with her. Which catches him off guard, but he takes it anyway. And before they part, he turns to Harley, sharing a quiet understanding as she tells him that she will miss him. But she gets it and to say hi to his kid for her. But the moment is cut short as Batman recovers and throws a batarang. Ares shouting a warning as Deadshot yells, "Go!" deflecting the batarang mid-flight to protect the team as they finally make their escape. Deadshot stays behind, opening fire on Batman to keep him pinned while the rest escape. The fight quickly narrowing into a one-on-one clash. Wink pauses briefly, distracted by the Batmobile, while the tension between the two sharpens, Batman warning him, "You shouldn't have come back to my city, Lawton." Deadshot fires back, "I didn't want to. Your city sucks." As the aircraft roars off into the sky behind them, Batman and Deadshot charge straight at each other, closing the distance in a split second as fists and force collide. Batman blocks Deadshot's strike clean, counters instantly, and grabs him, the momentum shifting fast as Deadshot mutters, "Oh no," realizing too late he's been caught, before Batman flips onto him and throws him hard. Yet, even while airborne, Deadshot doesn't hesitate, twisting mid-fall and firing shots back at Batman. Deadshot keeps firing relentlessly, but Batman weaves through it all, dodging each shot and retaliating by launching batarangs, one hitting Deadshot and dropping him to his knees. Before he can recover, Batman closes in and leaps on him, raising his fist for a decisive blow. Deadshot, battered and desperate, admits through the pain, "Those things hurt, man." And as Batman's punch comes crashing down, he suddenly breaks the rhythm. "Wait, stop!" forcing a split-second hesitation. In that instant, Deadshot grabs the dog and holds it between them, forcing Batman to halt his punch inches away. Deadshot blurts, "I'm holding a dog! Truce!" And Batman, furious, shifts from attack to accusation, calling out how Task Force X brought superpowered mercenaries, contract killers, and the League of Assassins into his city. "I don't know what you and Amanda Waller are doing, but..." Deadshot pushes himself back toward the truck, explaining Waller is gone. There's been a hostile takeover, and the squad was sold off before they managed to escape, backing it up by showing Batman the laptop. "I was pardoned." Only for Batman to shut that down. "Not by me." Which Deadshot counters by handing over the device and firing back that this is not how law works. Batman doesn't get to decide the law, asking if he's the one breaking it now. Deadshot admits he didn't follow everything, but believes this squad may have actually stopped a war, insisting they're better than Batman thinks, better than him, and when Batman asks if that means he's giving up crime, Deadshot honestly answers he doesn't know, though Batman tells him he should. Stepping closer, Deadshot jabs a finger towards him and points out he could have killed Batman earlier by aiming at the exposed part of his mask, saying he could have put a bullet straight through his mouth. Batman doesn't flinch, telling him to do it for his daughter, that she deserves a less dangerous path, a line that hits a nerve instantly. Deadshot fires back, almost offended, asking if Batman is really going to lecture him about putting a kid in danger, throwing out, "Have you met any of your Robins?" a line that lands heavier than any blow, leaving Batman visibly affected. As Deadshot turns away and walks off, "Your government took me from my kid. I'm going home." Deadshot walks down the street with the dog at his side while Batman remains behind, silent and still. After a moment, Deadshot glances back, noticing something unusual and asks why Batman hasn't disappeared like he normally does. Only for Batman to admit, "My car is gone." Which makes Deadshot realize what happened, smirking as he explains it was probably Wink. She wouldn't have taken it far because they needed to catch a plane. Batman insists the car was locked and impenetrable. Deadshot tells him that she's a teleporter and also a thief. Deadshot offers, You want me to call an Uber?" Which Batman immediately fires back at with, "You want me to call you an ambulance?" The two share a brief, quiet stare before Deadshot finally turns and leaves for good, tossing over one last line, "Good talk." Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel.